What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. This video is part of a series on weapons in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, weapons which I consider as really good but possibly overlooked by the community since they are not currently part of the meta. They could however very easily become meta as some changes are made to weapons all the time by the studios at least twice a season. The weapon we're looking at today is actually based on a conversion kit for the sidewinder. Let's go. At the mention of the sidewinder, I'm fairly certain I pretty much lost half the people watching this video already, since this weapon is really not that impressive, especially stacked against some of the other options that are available to us right now in Zombies. However, the conversion that we get for this, the Jack Thunder LMG kit, turns this battle rifle into an LMG, and that's really where it starts getting a little bit more spicy. One of the things that this conversion kit does is it includes some kind of ramp up mechanic to the weapon where the longer you hold down the trigger, the faster the weapon starts firing. Of course, alongside this comes an increase in recoil, and it really becomes a struggle between you and this weapon because you're pushing out so much lead that you have to fight this insane upwards recoil that the weapon produces while trying to actually land your shots, because you want to be benefiting as much as possible from this incredible rate of fire. So you really want to be running it heavy and hard the entire time. Therefore, when we look at the attachments that I've included in this build of it, the idea was absolutely to try and assist as much as possible with recoil control. In the barrel, we have the Rattleback Deadeye. In the underbarrel, we have the Bruin Heavy support, which absolutely helps with this recoil situation. For the optic, we're using the IntGlass CAS 14 because it includes a laser for us as well, plus it gives us that nice magnification that works really well with this weapon. For the stock, we're using the RB Regal Heavy stock, and then of course our fifth modification is the actual, Jack Thunder LMG kit, and that rounds out the 5 items that we have on this weapon. Now, I'd absolutely be the first guy to admit that SMGs are probably still the strongest option in Zombies right now, since they just give a really good combination of all of the things that you're looking for from a weapon, which is, fast mobility, the weapon itself being, fast rate of fire, decent magazine sizes, and then last but not least, good damage profiles. If you're looking for something a little bit different and you're tired of playing the SMG meta, I would suggest giving this a try, since if you can sort of master that recoil and make sure that the majority of the bullets that are coming out of this gun at this insane rate of fire are hitting crit spots, this thing is going to melt bosses. You have no issue with normal tier 3 zombies in any case. I think you can say that for pretty much every weapon in the game, but this thing absolutely shreds boss and VIP targets, things like that, enemies that are a little bit tougher, the champions. And you can absolutely, benefit from using this against some of the larger enemies, because that gives you a little bit more leeway with the recoil since you don't have to focus on such a small target. So like, for example, the worms, this also does fairly good on them. And that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Let me know in the comments down below which conversion kit is your favorite right now, since we're really starting to get access to a huge amount of them. So sort of like the build options we have available to us are kind of like limitless, and I've seen in some cases where it turns a weapon which is not necessarily favorable, like the sidewinder, into something that's a little bit more palatable and a lot more enjoyable to use. Other than that, it's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Till next video, fucking cheers.